Hello, hello. Welcome to Monday, the 7th of April. I hope you woke up refreshed, ready for the week ahead. I'd like to pay my respects to the spirits of the land here. It's a gorgeous day today. I'm going to get outside later on and maybe go to the library. Bit excited, get my shit started, get started. And that's the sort of theme for today is yes, Mercury is stationary right now. But, we've been in this retrograde phase since November last year and it's exhausting. We've had enough reflection. We've had enough time to think about all the things. We've dealt with Mars retrograde. We were tired, exhausted, emotionally challenged. Looking back at our past experiences and our ancestry and our habits and all those things. And then Mars went direct and it was a bit of a relief. But then Venus and Mercury went retrograde. So with Mercury going direct tonight, this contemplation and pondering that we've been doing, it's been amazing. Like, it really has probably put you into a much better state, even though it feels a lot. That Mercury in Pisces is like, I've just got too many things feeling me. And with Venus retrograde, you've also been examining all the love that you give and receive, and and your finances, your relationships. This has been like such an incredible start to 2025, and it hasn't really started yet because we've been looking backwards for so long, or we've been thinking and doing all of this personal reflection for such a long time that now with Mercury going direct and Venus meeting up with Saturn. So she meets up with Saturn this evening at 8 p.m. All right. So, relationships and these topics around, like I said, finances, relationships, where we want to give our energy and how we want to receive energy from other people as well. This is where it comes down to the doing part of it. What are you willing to do? All right. So Saturn, discipline, determination, hard lessons, valuable lessons. Being able to choose what's in your life. Saturn, like your Saturn return, it sort of trims the branches that you don't need. So this is a great time because we have been doing so much personal reflection. What are the things that we can just chop out of our life? It's not like Pluto where you just rip it out from the roots and throw it away. It's more of a let's be discerning. All right, let's really. So today I've sort of said, it's a good time to summarize what the whole point of this has been for you. All right, so think into that, that mental state that we're in, that subconscious narrative we've been sort of sussing out for so long. What was the point of it all? What was your biggest lesson? All right, so from this point onwards, it's not about achieving massive things. It's still going to be slow. Like I said, Venus doesn't go retrograde direct until next week, next Friday. So actually, is it maybe next Monday? It's the 13th. Anyway, yeah, 13th. Actually, sorry, she goes direct on Sunday, and we have a full moon in Libra, which is Venus's sign, opposing the sun in Aries, which is Mars's sign. So you can still see that there's all still this interplay happening. So it's not going to disappear straight away, but you can start making plans and moving forward. Just bit by bit, or if you're brave and you've what needs to be honed in, then you can just start moving. Like, don't wait for the perfect time. Or I've just been listening to Alien and Norm's Real People, Real Stories, and I loved it because it's like there's no genie, there's no magic time. The universe is not going to go, now is the time, quick, do it. This is up to you and your discipline. And like I said in the beginning, what are you willing to give your energy to? And what are the things that are valuable to you to receive energy from? All right. So, and massive, massive changes. All right. As usual, I don't know. It's saying no one's here and no one's commented. So let's have a look. Hello. Oh my good look, Julie. Good morning, Julie. Good morning, Kath. Hello, Alicia. Hello, Heather. Hi, Karen. How are you? So, finances and relationships are very topical, yes, and I'm absolutely agreeing with you. Looking forward to Mercury going direct to take some action. Karen, I came up here and I'm like, I'm going to go to the library to study and get all this work done. And the library was closed for renovations. So it's open now. And so I'm like, even if I just go there to try and get myself into the right headspace, because, ADHD, I get so distracted. I'm like, oh, I'll have a cup of tea. Oh, I need to go clean something. Oh, I'll just do something else. So, I deliberately and intentionally put myself into an environment that is going to support my desires, which are to get some actual solid work done and not get distracted. So, I mean, this is, summarizing what it is that you've been thinking the most of and all the lessons that you have learned. What are the most logical steps forward for you? Like, what's that end goal? If you don't, it doesn't matter about how you get there. There's that whole, it's the destination, not the journey, or vice versa. I've heard both of them and they're both just as important as each other. You need to at least to know where you're aiming for. Think of that Sagittarius stuff, he's actually got to have a target for him to shoot that arrow to. So yes, that was a very, very long intro, but okay. So now the moon is still in Leo, all right? It doesn't move until like nearly midnight tomorrow night. So we've got some good Leo action, bravery, being proud, being excited, children, romance, creativity, things of the heart, So go and have some fun, go and play, get your art out and be creative, So experience some joy in your life. All right, so the moon is trine the sun. Awesome. All right, so not only are going to be bright, well, we're feeling brave, we're able to believe in ourselves enough that we can just go start the thing. All right, so now later on in the day, there is a sextile to Jupiter, which is beautiful too. That just gives us that extra, yep, I'm going to get this thing done. The self-belief is awesome today. All right, now in the sky in general, like I said earlier, the sun is going to conjunct Saturn tonight, but she is going to be in this interplay for a good couple of days, and I like this, all right, because, what do we've got this belief in a dream we're trying to achieve. And my battery is like, we're going to run out in a minute, so I better be quick. So keep on just, being self-determined and is this worth it? Is this what I want to do? So just believe in those things and what feels good. All right. So like I said, Mercury direct tonight, Venus conjuncts Saturn, and at the time of the full moon, the sun is exactly conjunct Chiron. So the end of the week, like all this week growing stronger, is sun Chiron. So what are those wounds or, those things those limiting beliefs that hold you back about you as an individual? Remember, Aries is that I am. What are the things that stop you from having that I can do this. I am awesome. There's this some sort of limiting belief or hurt from the past that has sort of dulled your shine a little bit. So we want to, I'm sure you know exactly what that is with all of the things that we've been doing with the retrogrades. It's been a very intense, long study of ourselves on the inside. So I'm positive that you all know what you need to be doing. All right, so let's good morning, Elizabeth. How are you? All right, let's draw a card before my battery dies. I thought I would do the Dreamweaver today because we haven't done this one for a while. So what is the perfect card to summarize this? I'm feeling blue horse. Let's see what comes up. Oh, this is it. This one here. Yep. Oh, blue whale. All right. So the card is for the wind that blows our sails. Oh my God, that's beautiful. All right. So that is card number 26. I hope this battery doesn't die. No, it won't. It's just going to hang in there for me. All right. Okay. All right. Forward movement, coming out of a slow period and time for action. Ugh, you can't make this shit up, can you? All right. This is a time for action. Your obstacles have dissolved. You've integrated the deep work you've been doing, and you are on the other side of a dry spell. How wonderful to now have the energy to take the next steps unencumbered by the past. This is a time of new beginnings, of excitement that comes with seeing your dreams coming to fruition after challenging work. Others may call you lucky, but you know what work it took to get here because we do the work. All right. This is a time of expansion, not one to take lightly or for granted. Smooth sailing is not always offered to you. So, especially as you venture into uncharted territories, now the wind that blows your sails is steady and you feel the hand of the divine next to you on that wheel. Stay in touch with that partnership. Stay awake and aware as the waves can rise up out of nowhere. Have confidence that you are sailing in the perfect direction for you and move towards a destiny that will help you flourish and also go the distance. So I freaking love that because it is absolutely perfect. You know, you might start to feel like you're waking up from a foggy slumber. All right, we've got that Neptune in Aries now giving you, you know, the what am I willing to fight for? What do I believe enough to fight for? All right, how can I heal myself so that I can be the absolute best version? You know, what relationships are worth it? You know, what are my beliefs about money? You know, again, we've got that Chiron in Aries, my beliefs about my self-worth and finances. So, you know, absolutely a massive week. Yeah, not that it's going to be hugely explosive, although the full moon does sextile Uranus, which is in Venus's sign. Venus stations direct like less than an hour after the full moon, and Mars is also square, and Mars is the sun's ruler. So it's going to be a lot, but that doesn't mean that it has to punch you in the face. All right. If you're ready for big changes and getting uncomfortable, bracing that core and knowing that, you know, that the work that you do is worth the effort because of the rewards at the other end, then I think you should just sail through it beautifully. So that's pretty much me. Hello, Louise. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, you know, like I said, also, I am doing readings. I'm doing readings in person in Sydney until mid-May when I go back to Tassie. I'm also doing them online. And yeah, if you're in Penrith, I can also, you know, meet you at Mysteries in Penrith to do readings there if anybody's around. So reach out, have a fabulous day. There is so much beautiful potential available for you. Just do the work. So take care. Mwah. Love you guys.